Welcome to Slow Home Studio. Too many people live in badly designed houses and we want to change that.
Today is Friday, June 17th, and we're finishing off our 2 weeks looking at Laneway Housing by taking another look at a project by Superkul in Toronto. And this is a Laneway house. It's a renovation, and it's quite a different approach to Laneway houses than what we've seen before.
That's right.
And I thought we would jump right into it and take a look at the
yeah, because it's really a kind of industrial laneway. It's not in a suburban single-family neighborhood that then has a little car garage with something above. This is actually an old industrial garage.
Yeah, because the site is here, and it's in a mixed use. It's right by the train tracks, and this is a really industrial, kind of tough area that's being gentrified.
Talking about tough, there it is.
Yeah.
That was the original building, right?
I mean, this is unbelievable, and this is actually the base condition that they had to start with, and this is a renovation, so they've added a story to it. So here's the floor plan.
Right. So there's the front street. So that view is from there, right?
Yep.
And then we've got the front entry in through here.
Right in the center, so the plan is bisected.
So you come to the front, and there's the kitchen and the dining room, and then the living room is in the back.
Yeah, and there's a staircase that goes up to the second floor, and the second floor is wider than the first floor. It cantilevers over because they have this zone here that is a light well, and it provides light from the roof down to the second floor. Plus, there is an outdoor terrace
I
on
like
the
that
second
terrace.
floor.
I think that's really a great idea to have that. And then there's an outside stair that takes you up another floor to the roof.
So your yard is on your roof, and there's a garden, and then there's a deck, and then of course there are the skylights that provide light down into the other stories.
So just so everybody's clear, this is actually a handrail there. This is an outdoor stair that takes you down to that lower level deck that then brings light down into the center of the second
Exactly.
floor.
So this is the finished building,
Right.
and not only did they add the top floors to the building, but they've also completely recycled the exterior materials of the original
Very
structure
cool.
into a beautiful paneled system. And it's almost shocking. Like, it's hard to
She
believe.
looks like she just can't quite believe it.
No, she can't believe this is my house is turning into something wonderful. So this is it from the entry side. Very simple. I
Yeah.
mean, look at the way that the massing is done. It's hard to see with the shadow of the overhang, but there is an overhang there. The windows are very, very simple. Simple dark siding. And then this is the view from the other side. I mean, it floats in a sea of asphalt.
Yeah.
There is no yard. There is no context.
No, and what's interesting is that it looks like a pretty tough environment. There's not a lot of windows on grade. There we can see the side. But then we start to look inside, and actually this is the original sliding door of the house. It moves back to reveal this view of a really beautiful interior.
Yep. I mean, this is the top.
This to me is the money shot. That describes what the heart of the house is about.
It's crazy because they've added the story, the second floor, plus they've added the roof deck. They've carved away a whole section in the center to get light. There is the window into the second floor circulation area, the stair down. And then these are the skylights which travel down 3 stories down to give light to the main floor. So here's a view of the roof garden.
Beautiful.
Nice window with a view out. And then this is the bedroom. So you can see, again, small space detailing. The millwork goes up and over the bed to make sure that there's a lot of storage space. There's that clear story window.
You can also see that there's very clear circulation going down to the back, and then that light there is actually coming from the terrace on the outside.
Yeah, and then here's a view looking from the dining room back to the kitchen.
It's interesting how that slot of space, how effective that is, because that goes up, and then that's the view of the outside terrace and how that brings light in. So it's really about bringing the light into the middle of the house and then having it filter down, because you don't really want to have a lot of windows on the outside because of the tough environment. But that doesn't mean the house has to be dark. It's just kind of turning it inside out.
No, and there's no dark spots in the house. Even the circulation zone on the second floor is well lit. This is the living room. I mean, this is beautiful. Again, what you've said, you've got this private condition where there's not a lot of view to the outside, but you still have all the daylighting coming through.
Well, I think it's a very interesting project, really beautiful way of thinking about how light works, and you think about that in addition to the project from France with the idea of the Laneway House as a piece of millwork. So anyways, I think it's a good way to end off the week, and next week we're going to be starting with a new set of design projects.
See you next week. If you're interested in learning more about the principles of slow home design, you can pick up a copy of our book entitled What's Wrong with This House? It's a practical guide to finding a well-designed and sustainable home. It's available for sale on the Slow Home Studio website. It's also available for sale at Amazon.com in both paperback and the Kindle format.